World champion had been spending time in Nigeria following his recent fight with Jake Paul on December 19.
To Anthony A.J. Joshua and his family, and prayers to the two passengers who passed away.
Reports of Anthony Joshua's accident sent shockwaves through boxing, triggering concern, reactions, and widespread speculation worldwide. As news of the accident continued to unfold, the boxing community shifted its focus from rivalries to humanity. Jake Paul, expressed concern, offering prayers and support for everyone affected, reminding the world that life always comes before titles, records, or legacy inside the ring. He tweeted, "Life is much more important than boxing. I am praying for the lost lives, AJ, and anyone impacted by today's unfortunate accident." Furthermore, as updates continued to emerge, Turki Alalshik added his voice to the growing response from the boxing world. Attention shifted away from the sport itself toward gratitude for safety, condolences for lives lost, and sincere hopes for the injured to recover stronger, highlighting a moment of unity and compassion across boxing. He tweeted, "Thank God, brother, you are safe, and my condolences to the ones who passed away in this incident, and my sincere wishes to the injured people to come back healthier and stronger." Breaking updates have shed light on the incident, showing how dangerously close Anthony Joshua came to a fatal outcome in Nigeria. The incident shocked fans worldwide, prompting an outpouring of support from fellow fighters, public figures, and the boxing community, highlighting that life and safety always take priority over sport.
British boxer Anthony Joshua has been hospitalised following a car crash in Nigeria which has killed 2 people. The 36-year-old was in the back of a vehicle when it collided with a stationary truck. The former heavyweight world champion had been spending time in Nigeria following his recent fight with Jake Paul on December 19. He is said to have suffered minor injuries and investigations underway.
Adding to that, Showbiz the Adult shared the latest details. The focus shifted to what happened during Anthony Joshua's SUV crash in Nigeria. He explained the seriousness of the collision, the tragic loss of lives, and how Joshua narrowly survived, leaving fans and the boxing world shocked and concerned.
Anthony A.J. Joshua is native to Nigeria, so he was back home enjoying his vacation. Now, the incident involves the SUV that Anthony A.J. Joshua was in colliding with a stationary truck. Now, Anthony Joshua was positioned behind the driver as a passenger, and there was a passenger in the front seat on the passenger side and behind that passenger. Both of those passengers passed away. So if you can see from the footage, and hopefully the footage isn't too much for you guys, you can see that Anthony A.J. Joshua is dazed, very confused here, but that side of the SUV is severely damaged. Now, he did have security. His security was in an SUV behind him.
Showbiz shared updates on Anthony Joshua's accident in Nigeria, explaining that the boxer was on vacation when his SUV collided with a stationary truck. He highlighted the severity of the crash, confirmed Joshua's safety, and noted the tragic loss of others involved, promising to share updates as more information emerged.
Yeah, he has his shirt off and everything because, you know, he's in Africa. It's warm out there. He was just enjoying his time. And unfortunately, there was a car crash. I'm going to give you guys any updates on this as they roll in. You guys know that I don't cover what happens outside of the ring, but when it's a tragedy like this, I do. When it came to Errol the Truth Spence and his car crash and his accident, I covered that as well. But Anthony Joshua is fine. I'm not sure if there was someone in the stationary truck. I'm not sure about that, so I'm not going to report on that, but the truck was stationary, and Anthony Joshua's SUV struck the stationary truck. So I just want to give you guys the breaking news.
Following the emerging details and reactions from the boxing community, prominent figures began expressing their support and condolences. Among them, Frank Warren shared his thoughts, sending prayers to Anthony Joshua and offering sympathy to the families affected by the tragic accident. He tweeted, "Thoughts and prayers are with AJ and the families of those impacted by this terrible accident today." Furthermore, Nico Ali Walsh expressed his concern for Anthony Joshua. He sent love and prayers, years, highlighting how quickly life can change. His message reflected the shock and worry felt by fans and fellow athletes after hearing about the serious accident. He tweeted, "Sending much love and prayers to Anthony Joshua right now. Wow, how fast life can change. It's scary." As news of Anthony Joshua's accident spread, people in the boxing world shared their thoughts. Wade Plemons spoke about Joshua's fame and the recent high point in his career, while also highlighting the importance of compassion, respect, and prayer for the victims, rather than just chasing attention or viral headlines online.
That is the reason that I'm making this video, is because Anthony Joshua is one of the biggest stars in the sport of boxing, and the fact that he has just come off a massive, massive moment for his career, and his notoriety and his spotlight is a big reason why he's back home in Nigeria in the first place. And this story obviously starts with his name, but it doesn't end there, as Anthony Joshua, luckily by the grace of God, and by the way, I should say, prayers to everybody involved and their families, to those that have passed. I pray for grace for their family in this heightened era of social media, where everybody is more focused on the attention grabbing, on the headline, on the click. And as we'll see in a second, more people are focused on filming at the scene of a crime versus having some damn grace and some humility.
Reflecting on the accident, Wade highlighted the deeper lessons beyond fame and success. He reminded viewers that life itself is the most valuable gift, highlighting gratitude, the fragility of life, and the importance of cherishing every moment, while keeping the focus on the victims and their grieving families.
Tons of money, sure, your living experience will be different, and some live, quote unquote, better than others, but the gift, the ultimate gift, is life. And it didn't matter today that AJ was one of the biggest stars a week ago in the world. Didn't matter that he had this record-breaking boxing match. Didn't matter that he got paid a ton of money. Didn't matter that he was worth a ton of money. Today, all that mattered was God looked down on him and saved his life. And again, unfortunately for the two men that passed, they weren't as fortunate. And I pray for them. I pray for their families. Pray for AJ. But it just shows you how precious every day is, and how you have to take every day as a reminder that this life is short, that you only get it once, and that you better be grateful for every second you breathe air, because it can all change in an instant. I can't imagine what AJ, again, obviously the main concern should be the people and the families of those deceased.
After hearing about the accident, fellow fighters and fans quickly shared their concern and support for Anthony Joshua. Among them, Ryan Garcia expressed his sadness, sending prayers for everyone affected and reminding people to appreciate and tell their loved ones they care, as life can change in an instant. He tweeted, "Man, just seeing the Anthony Joshua situation makes me super sad. Praying for everyone in the situation. May God give you peace in this situation, Anthony. Tell the people you love that you love them. Anything can happen." Meanwhile, Chris Eubank Jr. spoke out, expressing relief that Anthony Joshua survived the serious crash. He also honored the two men who lost their lives, sending prayers to their families and remembering them as genuinely good people. He tweeted, "Thank God our heavyweight champ survived that horrible car crash, and pray for the two fallen soldiers, Latz and Sina, and their families. I knew both. They were genuinely good men. Rest in peace, boys." In the wake of the tragic accident, Wade Plemons reflected on the emotional and physical toll on Anthony Joshua. He emphasized that life and grief outweigh boxing, highlighting how the community, including figures like Turki Alalshik, Jake Paul, and Piers Morgan, came together to offer support and prayers during this difficult time.
I can't imagine what AJ is going to have to deal with in terms of the grief, the emotional strain, the physical anguish. I mean, his two, apparently, according to a lot of the people that are speaking about this, two of his best friends just died in front of him. Things are bigger than boxing right now. I saw everybody reaching out. Turki Alalshik, owner, CEO of the Ring Magazine, Jake Paul, Piers Morgan, everybody around the boxing scene coming together regardless of what they think of each other, and that's something I love to see in our sport, coming together to send our prayers, send our thoughts to those involved in AJ. So I don't even care or want to talk about what's next for AJ in boxing right now, because that means nothing in the totality of life. And I think it's very important that we recognize that AJ was on holiday.
On the other side, as more details came to light, focus shifted to the individuals who tragically lost their lives in the accident. The boxing community and fans alike expressed sympathy, remembering Sina and Latz and sending heartfelt condolences and prayers to their loved ones during this heartbreaking moment. Anthony Joshua was involved in a road traffic accident in Lagos, Nigeria earlier today. With profound sadness, it has been confirmed that two close friends and team members, Sina Gami and Latif Ayodele, have tragically passed away. Matchroom Boxing and 258 BXG can confirm that Anthony sustained injuries in the accident and was taken to the hospital for checks and treatment. He is in a stable condition and will remain there for observation. Our deepest condolences and prayers are with the families and friends of all those affected, and we ask that their privacy is respected at this incredibly difficult time. No further comment will be made at this time. Emergency responders arrived at the scene and began assessing the situation immediately. As police opened the vehicle and provided assistance, attention shifted to Anthony Joshua's condition, with early signs offering a sense of relief amid the chaos and tragedy surrounding the crash.
Anthony Joshua. Anthony. Yes, very important. Anthony Joshua.
As updates about the crash continued, friends and public figures reached out with concern for Anthony Joshua and those affected. Tristan Tate joined in, expressing hope that Joshua was unharmed and offering prayers for everyone involved in the tragic accident. He tweeted, "Hope you're not seriously injured. Praying for everybody involved." The shocking accident involving Anthony Joshua has reminded the boxing world and fans everywhere just how fragile life can be. Beyond the fame, records, and money, the true focus is on safety, empathy, and supporting those affected by tragedy. While Joshua survived, the loss of Sina and Latz underscores the unpredictable nature of life and the importance of cherishing every moment. The widespread response from fighters, promoters, and public figures shows how the sport can unite in moments of crisis. How would you cope if you witnessed a life-changing accident like this? And what message would you send to loved ones today?